Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs and is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Giants and the Commanders coming up next.
For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this third down situation? Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams.
There we go.
On second down now, this defense sort of finding themselves with their backs against the wall.
11.
Ball in the red zone.
11.
On second down, Kamara. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 94 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands and see how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit, threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
Third and goal. Burrow toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Giants' decision to go for it. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard. So this offense, they've made their way into the red zone now. They've got it a couple yards inside the 20 at the 18, first and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. To Jefferson on the slant. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Herbert now. Touchdown, Washington. George Pickens with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as they have taken the lead in the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly what was...
Tough spot here for the defense. Let's see if they can step up. We drop in on a 1st down in the red zone. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it again with Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Miles Boykin, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants have taken... A 4th down coming up. Decision time now, as this would be a long field goal attempt. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that'll bring him back within a point. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking. So they just got the ball off the interception. Now can this offense take advantage? Great field position, 1st and 10 in the red zone. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and they have regained the lead. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete. A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this 3rd down stop in the 3rd quarter? And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. This offense looking to get off to a hot start in the 3rd quarter. Opening drive, and they've got it 1st and goal. Murray. will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line. Love to make that easy.
A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? He's got this complete, finding Cook on the crossing route. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Herbert operating from the red zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Justin Jefferson from 13 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they started to execute it, and they started to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the...
The key coming up here, preserve the lead for this defense. Fourth quarter, close game. Third down, here we go. Now, meanwhile, this defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the fourth quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. Now it's Herbert. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
First down, Murray. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground, this time Cook. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. George Pickens saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Commanders will add to their 4th quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive.
Now an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. Flushed out right. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Burrow's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Gun.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. To throw, Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll move them back within 6 now. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
On second down, Cook across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Herbert. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants now down on the scoreboard. A little over 80 ticks to go. It's got to be a touchdown here, and that won't be easy. On the road in the playoffs as they've got it with a 1st down. Burrow. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge. I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Commanders are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays. Make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Burrow. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Burrow. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing, Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Here we go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. So the kick is through, but they'll get no closer than 5 in the end as this game is over. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.